Hello. Hello, hello. How is everyone? Also, hold on. I just realized I'm an idiot. Let me change the background real quick. There we go. Now I can actually see chat. Hello, how is everyone? Can you guys hear me okay? Oh.
Somebody call the exterminator. The rats have taken over my brain.
Oh no, not you too, Yumi. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon. Sorry, what did you say? Fuck you, Amon. What the hell? But hi everyone, I hope everything is going well for you guys. Besides the brain worms. Hold on, I have... Okay. I have cat hair everywhere today. I'm sneezing all the time. My god. And I'm already losing my voice. Holy shit. Why do we do this? Also, so... Minecraft stream, yeah! Foxy, if you want to join, let me know. Hello everyone, hi. Also, Kitsune Lover, thank you for first. Congratulations. Let me see. Hello Nibby. Hello Yumi. Hello Amon. And Lingo Echo. Stream elements. Oh, Xian, thank you so much for the lark. Thank you. Hello Foxy and Jade. Wow said hello to me. Yeah, but it felt weird. I don't think I'm gonna do that again. How is everyone? Okay, so you gotta excuse me today a little bit. If I look to the side a lot, it's because I'm looking at my laptop, because for some reason the fucking keyboard stopped working and I have no idea why. So I'm currently just doing all the troubleshooting I can find. Because it pisses me off. Why would the fucking keyboard just suddenly stop working, man? It's so annoying. How did you get from level 50 to level 53 so quickly? Oh, wait. No, never mind. Okay, I see that you corrected yourself. Never mind. I was supposed to run Palace of the Dead with people, but they didn't even ping me. I was the first one to say I wanted to... Oh, I'm sorry, Jade. That sucks. I hate when people do that. Looking at my laptop, girl, you don't have to tell us that you're looking at... Well, whatever. Leave my yaoi out of this, alright?
What the dog doing?
Feed Inspector. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. You have a powerful name. I like it. Rentis do? Shit, hold on. I got you. There. Inspect them thoroughly for like 10 seconds before I leave. Show us some feet. Ellie, now I don't want to anymore. What the hell? Crazy, she actually did it. Listen. with a powerful name like that, you kind of have to, don't you? 6 out of 10. I take it. What was I gonna say? Damn, I can't even be stepped on. That's crazy. You're just like greasy, man. My whole view of you just changed. What do you mean? I like the shape of the foot. However, it's hidden behind shoes. That is very fair. Very fair. I do have a toggle to take the shoes off, but I'm not doing that on stream. I'll never do that on stream. 6, those cute boots are 7.5 at least. Oh, look at Nibby, the foot connoisseur right here. You should listen to her. But yeah, Jade, I'm really sorry that happened. I hope you can play it with other people very soon, TM. There are many weirdos out there. Indeed. We encounter them quite often, unfortunately. Also, I don't think Twitch actually likes feet, so I'm not gonna risk it. Yeah, that's the Light data center, Foxy. Wait, are you on Light? I gotta know. Or are you on the other one that I forgot the name of? I mean, you can show it as long as it's not your main content. That's very fair, but also small streamers do get fucked over for the weirdest things anyways, so you know. I'll knock you out, I swear to God. I'm on EU. I don't know which one, but I mostly play on... Of course you are on NA. You're probably like a Balmung dweller, aren't you? How often do you visit Balmung, Foxy? Hmm? To do your economic roleplay over there? You nasty. Classic Ballmongerers. Crazy. What was I gonna say? Today we're gonna play Minecraft. Nibby is gonna join us as well. I'm not sure. Nibby, are you streaming as well or not? Also, do you want to hop in a voice chat or do we just want to chat in game? I leave it up to you. But either way, hold on. I forgot to put your name in my title. Hold on, I gotta fix that. What? Minced cancer? Amon, that is insane work. Streaking for the piss queen, let's go. Hold on. Okay, I guess that also didn't work. How do I get my keyboard to work, guys? I fucking hate laptops, man. Do I really need to dig out my Bluetooth thingy for that one? Damn, I'm sorry. It's fine. Honestly, there's a lot of funny translations happening every now and then. I originally started on EU, got my character there since like 10 years, but also got a 4-year-old NA character. That's fair. I started on NA, but I switched over to EU. Did you try the battery trick? What's the battery trick? Please inform me. I want to try... I want to try everything in my power to get it back to work. I mean, I guess the on-screen keyboard isn't that bad, and I have a Bluetooth one somewhere. Catran, yeah, he heard... I think he heard Lucy play with the snack ball thingy that they have. And now he wants a snack as well, I guess. You pull the battery out to force shut down and then hold the power button for 15 seconds. Okay. I will do that after stream. Hello, Ash. Hello. Hello, Bogus. Father, I yearn for the mines. You can join. we can go mining together. Go mining with Daddy. Wait, also Fox just don't have a mod code? No one will ask for that? True. I stopped modding that game because ever since the Gooner plugin shut down, not that I used it for gooning, but you know which one I mean. I forgot the name of it. What was the name of it? It's been so long. Ever since that shit shut down, Mare, exactly. Ever since that shit shut down, everyone seemed to like, you know, spread out to different ones, to different alternatives, and now it's just... yeah, there is a replacement, but what if that one gets taken down too? And you're gonna lose everything again already. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, my girly is like really cute as is anyway, so I'm not bothered. It's my mad cow Oshi, hello. The plugin which lets you see others. Yeah, the Mare plugin. There are like 3 other replacements for it, but I guess people settled on one now. I mean, you won't lose your mods, just share the list. But yeah, but it's still stupid. It's still stupid. Also, the fact that it resets your key every damn time, and then you have to do all of that shitty sign-up process again to get your code working is also stupid. Hello, Cheese Man. Every time you don't play for a while, you know, like 30 days max. If you don't play for 30 days, which I do very, very often, I don't really play that game too often anymore. Like if you don't play for a while, everything resets. The code, I mean, like the mirror code always reset, and that was annoying. I didn't play for months and still got my key back then. Well, I don't know. Mine always reset when I took a longer break. So at some point I was just like, fuck it. Not gonna bother with it anymore. Oh, also let me turn that off real quick. Sounds like skill issue. Your face is a skill issue. But I guess you're not ready for that conversation yet. Let me see. Let me turn this off real quick. Are we using... Yeah. I was just about to say I'm gonna switch models. I'm gonna switch, actually. Hold on. Do you wanna... Nibby, do you wanna try VTube multiplayer with them? I don't think they're resource heavy at all. Right? Young compared to Ellie is crazy. Sure, yeah, let's try. My connection might be shit, but we can try anyways. We can try. Okay. Let's see. Let me switch category first before I forget all about that. My PC is acting weird today, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see. If it's too much of a hassle, we don't have to do it. But oh, hold on. Actually, I also forgot this. I wanted to put Nibby in my title. With the fish nibbler. There she is. Be right back. I need to make pizza and decide on what to do. Fair. Send picture of your pizza. Okay. Let me...
Cheese.
Hi, Retro. Okay, first we're gonna... Where's my Minecraft? Okay, so it's been a while since I played Minecraft, by the way. I'm gonna have to get used to the controls again. I've been playing a lot of different games. Hi, Fuzzy. I let my boyfriend through more of... Oh, let's go. Is he enjoying it? Damn, guess I'm a bad neighbor. It must... I mean, yeah, it's definitely because of you. No, Nibby wanted to move anyways. My Oshi is live, guys. Okay, hold on. I had to grab first real quick. That was very important. I still need to finish Yawntrail. Yeah. Good luck with that one. Good luck. Ash, don't cry. You're my Walmart Oshi. My Walmart Oshi isn't supposed to cry. Damn, you're streaming and still beat you, mate. You know it. I had it open right here. I wanted to win so badly today. Walmart Oshi is crazy. Yeah, there's a whole story behind it. There's a whole story behind it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. First, let me try to capture the game. Nice peepees. Wait. Where is it? Also, I tried to do negative numbers, but I don't think it goes into negative numbers, unfortunately. There we go. That would be really funny to have a negative number PP. Ah!
Jeez.
Wait. Hold on.
Stop it. Get some help.
You get some help, bitch. What the hell? Okay, hold on. Lots to set up. Change category too. I don't think it changed. Okay. There it is. Now it's on Minecraft. Let's go. Okay, let's see. Hi, Insanity. Hello. Sorry if I miss messages today, guys. I'm a bit all over the place. But guys, Nibby made something really cool for me for Minecraft streams. Hold on. Guys, look! Isn't it so fucking cute, bro? Hi, Nera, how are you? Look how cute I am. It's so cute, man. It looks 3D, but it's actually a live 2D one. It's so crazy how good it is. Is this what falling in love feels like? It is. Nippy gifted that to me. I'm so happy. And I'm so happy I can finally use it. It's so sick, man. It also has what, like hold on. Let me see which animation it is. There, I can die. Isn't that so cute? I love it so much, guys. I forgot what the other toggles do. Oh, I can remove my face. I can be spooky. Yeah. You can crouch and jump too. Yeah. But I had a bit of trouble setting it up to be working properly. But I'll fix it. I want to jump and crouch as well. Wait, where's the jar? Damn, we need the jar. You're right. Hold on. The jump is super scuffed. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's raining. Okay, hold on. I want to make sure that the game actually looks okay. Now you can kill yourself in Minecraft? Hell yeah. It's all I've ever wanted. I got redeems? What do you mean? What kind of redeems? Oh, speak of redeems. Where's your chat? Yeah. Hold on. We're getting it ready. Oh my god, there's so much to set up. Don't stress. Oh my god, what is that? Greasy, look, Nippy made that for me. It's my Minecraft skin. Isn't that so cute? I want to gift something, but I don't have you on Steam. Oh, Fuzzy, send me a message on Discord.
Share chat. Alter Warren so langsam. Whoso.
Bitch. What the fuck, Whoso? What the... can't believe it. Hold on, hold on. What was I gonna say? Fuzzy, message me on Discord. I'll give you my friend code later, so I don't forget. Also, hi Gracie, I hope you're doing well. Okay, hold on. Give me a minute. I think Nibby is still playing ads, so I'm just... Oh, there we go. Okay. How do I silently call someone again? There, okay. There we go. Oh, I should... Hold on. Discord is what... My god. There's so much stuff to set up. I forgot. I forget like half of the stuff to set up. Okay. Let me make sure. Also, you guys should look over at Nibby's stream as well, because she also has the model with her skin on. He's so cute, bro. Okay, hold on. Let me get out of the way. No, first of all, actually. First of all, we do this. There we go. Alright. Cheese. Hi, Ali. Hello, hello. Hello. Wait, can they hear you? No, they can't. Okay, can you talk again?
No.
No? How dare
no.
you?
Hello.
Wait, let me do share to chat.
Yeah.
There.
I hate that shared chat tries to force user microphones. I hate it.
Yeah, right? Who
Get away
uses
from
that
me.
anyways? Like, get out. Go away.
Get away from me!
Literally.
Okay, let me go online on Steam. This will work properly.
Oh yeah, oh my god. Okay, hold on. Wait, I don't wanna accidentally dock something, so let me turn
Yeah,
off
no, take
spout
your time.
for a minute. Okay. How do we do this again? Do you wanna host the thing? Or
Yeah.
okay. Hold
Hang on. Let me
Then I will
connect
add
to
your
the
name.
then dial-up sound.
Dial-up sound. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna host.
Do we have a password?
Okay, I'm gonna make the password something. It has to have fucking uppercase and lower. Fuck.
Yeah, it's very stupid.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the password. Can't tell anyone, okay?
Okay. I like that one.
Right?
I had those for breakfast today.
I have to add friends to host. Add you. Okay. Remember how this works. How do Yumi do this?
I don't know.
Yumi, can you get in here and make make the server
Yumi, can you
grow?
host for us?
Oh god, my bot sniped your Ko-fi link again.
Oh, that's okay. Kofi can leave. Hello? Why is it doing that?
What?
Okay, hold on. There we go.
Okay, did you know we're about to join an online collab room and the models and items that we load will be available for the participants?
That's crazy.
That's wild, dude.
That's crazy. Let me know when you're hosting.
Okay, it's up.
It's up. You know what else is up?
What could it be?
What could it possibly be? Oh my god, there she is, guys. Hold on, I see her. Look at her, she's so big.
Okay, hang on. I gotta adjust.
Hold on, I gotta adjust you. How do I do this?
I wonder, we should have set this up before.
We're so well prepared. Also, not you me being like, I could if you can't figure it out.
Yumi spoils us.
For real.
Spoils us so much.
Okay.
Do that. Can I move you independently? How do I do
you
that?
can. You go into the collab participants and then you just tick on the you control position.
Ah, there we go. Pierce, you got so small. You shrunk all the way down.
Hey, we are professional streamers.
We
What the hell,
are
guys?
sometimes.
Yeah. We try, okay?
Oh god.
Place your
So well
place your bets, folks. How long till Ellie dies? Probably. I mean, I die a lot, so you know, bet on that.
I mean, you do run around without your armor a lot.
I do. I like to live dangerously.
Alright, I think I got us set up on my screen. I think I want to see how you have us set up.
I don't know how to set
Oh, we're
this
so cute.
up. We're just huddled together.
Hell yeah.
This should do it. This is good enough. If somebody complains,
Kill him.
fuck you. Kill him.
Kill him.
That's what we do around here.
Yeah. That's like our whole thing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh god, there are phantoms out.
Oh shit.
If we stand in here, it's not a problem.
Yeah, pretty much.
We try.
Probably, right? I'm complaining to HR about this. Well,
Why?
I am HR. And I say fuck you. How modded is this? It's pretty modded.
Well,
It is
I mean,
pretty
it's not awful.
Not super, like, super modded though.
Lid.
What's this? Oh, Jesus. Oh god, my I'm gonna need to sort my inventory.
God, how bad is
Raw
it?
Oh, I like it raw. Okay. Hold on.
Wait,
Let me
do you
get used
have a
to-
backpack yet?
I have
Your backpack.
one somewhere. I forgot where it is. We'll figure it out. I'm a... Wait. My god, how does Minecraft work again? Okay, like this.
I don't know.
Can these phantoms shut up? Are you fighting them? Okay. I'm gonna leave you to it then. How did I get cabbage?
How did you get cabbage?
How did I?
I don't think we planted any.
We don't yeah, I don't. Maybe I got that when I went to get the rice
Maybe.
somewhere. Also, I have some rice back here. Oh yeah, okay, you did that. Okay, cool.
We expanded it a bit.
All right. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah. Have a proper rice field.
Hell yeah. You got boba? Holy hell, I'm jealous. Also, guys, look how cute this is. Look at this cute garden house right here. It's
Oh, were
so
you showing off
adorable.
my bee
Yeah.
house?
I don't think people have seen this on stream yet, right? Unless Foxy showed it off. I don't remember. But this is so cute. I want to live in here. Can I put my bed in here?
You don't mind the bees buzzing around.
I don't. It's white noise. Helps me sleep. So
Lovely.
adorable, man.
Oh, here. Some honey.
Wait, my inventory is full. I really gotta fix this. It's a problem. I don't even know what I was doing last time. It's been a while. It's been quite a while. Did I get egg too? Jesus. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put all of the food in here. Honey. I'm gonna keep the honey. What does honey do?
You can eat it.
Oh, we have cabbage
I think-
seeds too. You want to
I
plant?
think we can also use it to make... Yeah, we can make honey pancakes, honey coffee, toast with honey glazed ham, honey cookies. Damn, I guess I gotta start doing more of the bees.
Yeah. Why do you have wooden tools? Because I was gone for quite a while last time, and I ran out of all of my tools.
All of...
We have so many seeds. This is crazy.
Big bottles of this. What do you even do with this many fucking wheat seeds? Like,
I don't know.
I guess we'll just have to shove them all in a composter at some point. Like, we have so many too.
For real. Oh, that's my... Okay.
Let me go see where the other... let me go see if Foxy started building her greenhouse yet. Because I think she was
Yeah.
gonna make a big greenhouse for all the new crops.
I think so, yeah.
It's not there. She's slacking. We gotta fire her.
That's crazy.
As if she's not server host, we gotta fire her.
I'm slacking too. Okay, hold on. Okay, you know what? First we go pray.
Right, yeah. I wanna
What
go
the
put
dog
my
doing?
potato on the altar.
Oh, hello, Artist
Tradition.
Gaming. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, let's go pray.
Look at him. He's beautiful.
Look at him. I love him so much. He's my pride and joy.
He's so cute. Hello, Battle Bro.
Hello.
Are you gonna hide anything in his mouth?
Probably. I'm not sure what though. What is this doing here? Why is there crap? Okay, it was probably Foxy. It's beautiful.
They're grab.
What should I? Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, actually, maybe it was. It might have been an Enderman because they sometimes hang out up here. It's really funny when it happens. It's so funny when it happens. Suddenly something is moving in his mouth. It's hilarious.
Oh my god, you even put the tongue in here and everything.
Yeah, I did. You gotta appreciate the detail.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm really
guys.
glad that that this is what you built, because when I initially saw the lime green wool, I thought you were gearing up to make Hermit Gabe.
Oh, that's the next project.
Oh,
After
okay.
the bakery. Yeah. The only one who knows what it's about is Yumi. And I think she was so horrified that she forgot all about it. But it's a horrifying thing that I have planned. But yeah, there's gonna be a Gabe, don't you worry.
Oh, God.
I want to build a bakery here that hides the entrance to the thing, to the dungeon. So it's gonna be like a Mrs. Lovett's pie shop. Where she puts, humans in her pie.
What kind of resources do you need?
A lot. Let me find my list.
Yeah, send me your list.
I need a lot of spruce though, that's for sure. That is one thing that I was focusing on. Where is my list actually? I did forget, yeah, I figured. It's probably better that way, Yumi. Hope you're having a great day so far, yeah. Hope you as well, Otis.
Yeah. I'm gonna make Yumi work today, cause like,
oh shit,
my Yaya stim has been stimming.
Oh my god.
So sorry, Yumi.
Oh, I think this is the list. Is it? Or is it something else? Hold on. No, this isn't the full list, but at least some of it, I guess.
See the commands popping. Sorry, Yumi. Oh my god, I almost crashed out this morning. I almost crashed out and told you that I wasn't coming to the collab.
What happened?
I booted up my PC, right? I shut it down last night and everything's fine. I booted up this morning.
Mm-hmm.
My second monitor won't fucking turn on.
Ain't no way.
Oh, I got it working. It's still doing that shit where like the screen like flashes staticky every once in a while, but like I changed the HDMI cable and everything, and I think it's just a Windows issue at this point. Like it just refused to it refused to acknowledge that there was another monitor there, and so I unplugged my tablet, and I unplugged the monitor and plugged that back in, and it didn't work. And it finally worked when I restarted my computer, but like,
that's crazy.
Ah!
Bro, I can't find my list. It's fine. I'll find it eventually. Let me fix it. Yeah, let me fix my inventory still.
Are we fighting over which one to default to? Maybe.
Maybe.
The only other thing I could think of is that my drawing tablet caused an issue because it's technically another screen. It duplicates the main monitor. So I didn't think it would be that big of an issue.
I never heard it do that before. That's strange. How did I get a knife? Keep that here, that's cute. Hello, Ace.
This is gonna be so cozy today. I can already feel it.
Yeah.
It's an 8th. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Do we have a chest for sand? Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and we I can go to the desert. I put a warp there.
Okay,
We need
yeah,
a bunch of glass.
Okay. Good to know. Why are you throwing bikes at me? What did I do?
Oh, rude. We're
Very.
back.
For now. Just wanted to see if it was working. Fair. Very fair. Okay. Oh, actually, I should turn off some redeems for this model.
No, I'm taking their money.
Take all the money. That's how I get my taxes on here. Lying and deceiving.
That's how it's done.
Sure is. I need to organize my redeems at some point. It's awful.
You guys had all this time to reset your trades, and you're still being fucking stingy? What if I just put a lava bucket in your little cell, huh? Sorry.
Oh wait, you did something in the
Sorry.
house as well.
Yeah, I built us a kitchen.
We have a kitchen! Oh my god! That's so cute! No way. Cooking pot. Is that stuff actually functional?
Some of it is.
Why do we have rotten flesh in the kitchen? I'm gonna take it out.
Because
That's
we can
very-
make, monster snacks.
Oh, okay. This is very cute. Oh, and the storage is cool.
God, my backpack is such a mess. But I got some axes, so I can get you a bunch of spruce.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I can't find my list, but I'm pretty sure I need a bunch of that at least.
Do you need any dark oak?
Yeah, that too. Are you getting your new monitor today? Let's go. I'll probably have to get a new one as well very soon.
Are you gonna do something with the mysterious feet redeem?
Yes, I will.
She asked it in my chat, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, feet redeem? I got like so offended for a second.
Offended is crazy. But yes, Yubi, there's gonna be 2 foot redeems. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm expecting it in a few hours. Let's go. Okay, where's my other stuff though?
You can only type it when chat, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Give her a hard time. How dare you not be at home? Well, you are at home, but how dare you not be on your computer watching both of your Oshis at the same time?
How dare you not be
How
locked
dare you?
in?
Fake fan. Hope you lose your Nibby streak. I'm still very mad about it.
No, that's a valid crash out because why the fuck?
Oh no. Hello, Esther. Tuning in, and the first thing I hear is not just 1 foot redeem, but 2. Oh, I'm sorry, Esther. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good time yesterday. I heard it was your affiliate anniversary.
Ooh.
I wanted to hop in, but I didn't find the time to. But I hope you had a good time. Where's my other stuff, dude? Where did I put my stuff?
Which stuff are you looking for?
My other diamond tool. Oh. I'll find it eventually. Surely. What a terrible first impression. Just coming in while I talk about feet. Yeah, I was just about to ask. Please give them a shout out. Give them a big one too if you can. Wait, they're not in here, right? It was a wonderful time. I honestly had no idea it was my affiliate anniversary until I opened my OBS. That's how I usually find out as well.
Yeah.
I forget they are a thing until I see it. I mean, we've had worse conversations, true. That's very true. Could have been worse. Is it in here? Oh, there's this one pickaxe. I'm here for the feet redeem. My curiosity has been piqued. Oh god, it's gonna be awful. Your backpack is so cute.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have the honey jar too.
It's not honey.
The piss jar.
That's the piss jar. I'm gonna have to get that.
I think you could probably get it right now. Let me double check.
Of course.
I think all you need to do is collect honey from the beehives.
Oh, really? How do I collect it properly? I don't want to mess it up.
With an empty bottle. I'll just... Take empty bottle.
Oh, thank you.
And you just click on it. I have campfires underneath them already, so they'll be docile.
Okay. If I die, it's your fault.
Well, if you die, the bees die, because they
I got my
they
piss
die
jar.
after they sting you. Yeah? Now we just gotta find your backpack.
Yeah, where is my backpack? I don't know where my stuff is, bro.
No.
Did I?
I swear I gave you one.
Yeah, you did. You did. I'm trying to find it. I was all over the place. Wait, is it like down in the dungeon? Let me find out. Let me just check real quick.
So 100% the warehouse, so now I'm doing the first mission of Act 2, and oh, I haven't done the first. Is it bad? I haven't done it.
Wait, is this about crime scene cleaner or something else?
Yeah.
I need to play more of that game.
The warehouse is like a nightmare to complete because it's so big, and then that's like the final mission, and it goes into Act 2.
Okay. Okay.
I don't see your backpack in here anywhere.
Do I have?
I'm
I
looking,
don't have
I'm
it on me,
looking.
right? No, I don't. Where is my backpack, bro? It was stolen. Maybe I'm just blind. Hold on.
Where
I know
handed
you
it
gave
right
me
to
one.
you.
Yeah, you gave me one. I know that. Can these phantoms shut up? I don't like the sound of them. I love Crime Scene Cleaner. It's like Power Wash Simulator for me. It scratches the same itch. I love it.
Even has a power washer in it.
Yeah. I should use it more often.
I'm trying to think about
This
where
whole
you
stream is gonna be... Fuck off. I slept. What the hell do you want from me?
Oh, it was probably because I didn't sleep.
But I thought it's enough if you just click on your bed.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Hello, Bayleaf.
Good morning, Bailey. 12 bodies. Oh. For the first mission of Act 2, 12 bodies, the largest it can be, and a lot of blood.
Oh, jeez. That sounds like a delight. This whole stream is just gonna be me trying to look for my backpack. I can feel it. Oh, wait.
You didn't do something like setting it. Why is there a dirt dick in your closet?
Leave my... Oh, wait. I need to show chat my dart dick. Hold on.
Okay, and I don't think I put it in the kitchen. I didn't find it and put it in there.
Guys, change of
not in the
plans. I gotta
backpack
show you
either.
something. Happy birthday is crazy. I'm pretty sure Foxy put this here. But look, that's in my closet. Okay, hold on. Let me check in the dungeon again. Right, Aster? That's what I'm thinking too. I showed you my PP. Please respond. It's crazy. Okay, wait. Damn, Foxy. That's embarrassing.
Who wrote the sign up here? Who wrote the sign?
Don't worry about it. Why are you up here?
I was thinking maybe you put your backpack in a little hidden spot. You know, I rewrote your sign. I'm sorry.
What? Oh, there you touched my
Don't worry
sign.
about it. Don't worry about it.
What did you do? Okay. All right. That can stay.
But she's wearing her backpack. No, it's not on her back.
No, yeah, that's the thing.
Like, hang on. Like, I'm looking right at her, and it's not there. Try pressing B.
It's not doing anything.
Yeah, she doesn't have her backpack on.
I lost my
So
backpack.
confused. You didn't drop it somewhere and then log off, right?
Surely not. I don't drop stuff.
Where the fuck did you?
Where is my backpack? The whole stream is gonna be me trying to look for my backpack. Foxy, do you have it somewhere? Wait.
Surely she didn't just like rob you,
No, I don't think
right?
so.
Why would?
Why though?
Because you keep stealing
I mean,
my lint.
Yeah, you keep stealing stuff. So I'm asking. Like,
It's a valid question.
It is. I think it's very valid.
Alright, maybe you put it in a furnace. Check all the furnaces.
That would be something I would do.
You know what? It's such a nightmare scenario right now.
What?
You've been cooking up a lot of stone lately.
Don't tell me.
Is there a chance that you
No,
put
there's
your
no way I
backpack
would
in
have
the
done
furnace?
that. I would have noticed that.
I'm just saying, if you're on autopilot and you're just clicking things, there could be a possibility that the backpack ended up in there and got like consumed as soon as you clicked it in.
That would have been crazy. I don't think I would have done. Maybe I would have done that. I am stupid like that. Also, hold on. First of all,
No.
Sarg, happy birthday. It's Sarg's birthday today.
Oh my god, happy birthday, Zerg! No, I checked all of the furnaces. There's just stone. There's just stone in them. Let's see, there's stacks of stone in there. This one only has 10 stone in it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean much. This one only has 7.
But is there a possibility?
I don't know, Nibby! You know what? I don't need a backpack. I don't need one. I'm perfectly fine without one.
Can the backpack be used as fuel? I'm guessing so. There's a lot in this game that could be used as fuel.
It's fine. I don't need one. I'm going on my adventures without one.
I can make you another one. It's no problem.
Wait. You know what? Maybe I need another one. I checked everywhere.
We've checked everywhere. It's gone. Okay, let me see if we have any more leather. Can I make leather?
You didn't check all the I'm pretty sure I did not put it in a furnace.
I just checked all the furnaces, sir. I just clicked through all of them.
Enjoy.
It's not here. I gotta get some leather.
Easy stuff. You know, maybe it ran away from home, just like your ghast always does.
No, my gas runs away from home. Shit. Got some hoppers somewhere? Not. I mean, I guess on the lamppost, but I don't think she's getting all the way up there to throw her backpack in one of those.
There's no way. What are those? What kind of ads are you getting, Jade? I'm very curious.
You put it in a chest in the nether? You been to the nether?
I have, but I the only thing I put in the chest in the nether is the stuff I get from the nether. Because I don't go in with anything else.
And if the backpack was already on your back, it shouldn't be in here. And I don't have any chests in the netherite mine. Oh, hello. Little baby piglin. Yeah, no, there's nothing in here. Getting the itch to play Minecraft now? Do it. Start the 2-week journey. Mini.
Oh, let me restart my game real quick.
Okay.
Some of my inputs were lagging. Okay, that's better. Let me also fix some keybinds. Ads to be weird, they are, yeah. They really are.
I keep getting ads for boner gel.
What is boner gel?
You know, that's an excellent question, but I don't have the facilities to know.
Why is my game not capturing anymore? There we go. Okay, now I don't have several keybinds at the same thing.
Greasy Fatty gifted a tier 1 sub to JD and Nova. They have given 495 gift subs in the channel.
Greasy, thank you for the gifted sub. Five to go is crazy. It's an alternative to Viagra? That's wild. Okay, remind me that my backpack button is now... Okay, yeah. I can get used to this.
Go.
Oh. Thank you. Okay, how do I get the piss jar now?
You should just... I think it's either you get a honey bottle or you take... Where did my shears go? My shears have been eaten. Alright, I'll make new ones. Or you take shears and you scrape the honeycomb out.
I got it.
You got it?
Is it on my back?
Piss jar!
Oh my god, guys, I have my piss jar!
Piss jar!
Let's go!
What happens... Hang on, Yumi's asking the real questions. What happens if women take Viagra?
You just get a bit
Look it up.
sweaty. Like it raises your blood pressure. But that's all it does for women.
Know that.
You definitely don't get horny from it, if that's what you're asking. Ellie had that answer way too...
Right, okay, yeah. Okay.
Guys, I'm a doctor.
Well, it also says that it can enhance sensitivity in women.
I mean, yeah, but that's what raised blood pressure does anyways. So, you know.
Yeah. You just had that answer so fast.
You know what? I'm not gonna share my knowledge anymore.
No, I
can't believe I'm getting judged here. I'm a curious individual, okay? I learn stuff, and then I just vomit it back out when the time comes.
No, it's fair. I mean, I do the same thing when someone's like, I wonder if you could kill somebody with this, or how you would hide this body.
Yeah, exactly.
I always have that knowledge, like, ready to go.
Exactly. Like, it's normal stuff, guys. It's just curiosity. You know?
Dude, normal.
Alpha, please.
It's normal. I don't know why you guys are sweating.
Honestly, guys, if you're not curious, life gives you nothing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Spouting facts.
Hi, Super. How are you? With the fact that I know Ellie have tasted thermal paste, there is a chance she
thought about that, dude.
Viagra. I never took Viagra myself. I just read up on it. I wish you would forget about the thermal paste. It was a moment of
it again.
weakness.
The voice is one.
It was worth a try, okay? Thermal paste, I beat your heat vegetation. I bet your heat vegetation is amazing now. It really isn't. I can't handle the heat. I just wanted to know how it tasted like, because, you know, it looked yummy to me. You can't tell me you don't look at thermal paste every now and then, and, you know, and you wonder to yourself, like, how would this taste?
Do you ever want to put a glob of it in your mouth like peanut butter?
Yeah. Same with like those slimes, you know? That people post on TikTok all the time. I want to eat
God,
those.
the slime looks so tasty every time. I drank half of my mom's peach shampoo.
Wait, half of
Super,
it? Wait, what kind of bottle are we talking about?
When Super was 2. Was it like a little bottle or was it like one of those like family size bottles?
How many
supposed to last you
milliliters
forever.
are we
Things
talking
that
here?
look low-key edible, you know what looks so fucking tasty? Molten stained glass.
A normal size
Oh
bottle?
my god.
Word.
Wait, what is a normal size bottle? Like normal, it has different definitions. Now, when I
What
was a kid, I
brand was
wanted
it?
to eat plastic gems, and I always thought they tasted like fruit candies. Oh man. P.S. Don't eat thermal. Yeah, don't do that. It tastes like licking blood off a metal pipe, if you're really curious. But that's about it.
That's oddly specific.
It's the most specific thing I can come up with. I can't believe I'm being judged here.
You're not being judged. There's no this is a judgment-free zone.
Yeah, I just want to educate you, know?
Okay, I see where there is a dark forest. Alright, I gotta go straight north. Sound like you have experience licking blood off.
And what if I do?
What then?
What then? Put me in jail. Have you seen her work environment? It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Either way, apparently the doctor said I was unfazed. That's insane, Super.
Built different.
For real. As a kid, I thought those bracelet plastic things that you braid into a bracelet were candies. Did you eat a lot of them? You know, backpack aside, I want to know where my other tools are. Where's all my stuff, bro?
Did you lose all your diamond tools?
No, not all of them.
Were they in the backpack?
They might have been. I don't know. No, like, I have all my good stuff still. But, like, the basic stuff is gone. And I know I had it. But that's okay. Oh. Thank you, Ace.
Put on a lot of plastic in my life. You guys ever chew on Polly Pocket clothes?
Yeah, all the time.
Nothing will ever scratch that itch again for me.
It was like a drug.
Right? It was so satisfying.
Playmobil, Polly Pocket stuff, Barbie feet. Of course you
Barbie
ate
shoes.
Barbie feet. Of course you did.
When you're friends with Nibby, you're bound to taste blood sometime, either your own or someone else's. Damn.
Ellie judging other people for eating Barbie feet is crazy. Well, yeah. I can judge all I want.
Again.
Why is my stuff so weird? There we go.
Chew on bottle caps. You know, okay. Do you guys have any of those, like... How do I describe them? They're like these soft plastic bottles. Do you guys have Kool-Aid jammers?
Kool-Aid jammers. Wait, let me Google that.
Like, not the ones in the pouches, but like the ones in the soft plastic bottles.
So not the Capri Sun pouches.
Yeah,
That's what
they're
you're
in
saying.
yeah, they're in like clear or kind of like semi-clear plastic bottles.
Wait.
I know those. Ace, do you chew on the bottles when you drink those?
Oh, those. Yeah, no, I never had one of those. But they look very chewable.
They are
Real.
so chewable. I swear to God, I turn into like a dog. I just start chewing on
That's
the damn
crazy.
thing. I'll zone out
they
so
do look very
hard.
chewable. Yeah, I'm glad we don't have those. I feel like I would have so many microplastics in my body just because of that bottle.
Microplastics.
Yeah. I turned goblin? That's crazy.
Sometimes I zone out chewing on them. It takes like Jasper looking at me. Like, what the hell are you doing?
I can picture it too.
Hot take, I like how the bottle caps stay on bottles now in the EU. Oh, don't get me started. The rant Jasper had when she got back from Poland.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I never thought about that, but that must have been a culture shock.
It aggravated her so much.
Oh man. Wait, you actually like that, Zarg? I'm kind of on the fence on it. But I think when it started out it was really fucking bad because it was just really badly made. But now they are a little bit better. They're a bit more manageable now. But I don't think
I like them.
I'm still not a fan.
I like them from a recycling standpoint.
Yeah, that is the one thing that, you know, convinced me to actually be open about it. Because it is important, you know. I like it a lot because I don't misplace the cups because of my ADHD. That's another good thing. That is like another plus point. They used to be ass, but now they're much better now. They actually bend more than 45 degrees exactly. They definitely improved. The caps still come off for me because I bite them off. You are feral. That's funny. What was I gonna do? Right. That was the reason it was implemented in the first place? Yeah, basically.
So how much dark oak do you think you need?
Quite a bit. But like any amount helps. I know my list isn't that accurate anyways, just wild guesses, so I'll probably have to go back at some point anyways and get more. So anything helps, honestly.
Okay.
If there's a stray bottle cap from a drink I had, I just start chomping away. That's one thing I never chewed on. Bottle caps.
They were always too hard. They weren't soft enough.
It's either plastic or my fingernails. Yeah, always plastic then. Chewing on fingernails sucks. I had a real problem with that when I was younger. What were you saying, Nibby?
Counterpoint. Plastic fingernails.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god, I just saw a baby sheep grow up before my very eyes as he ate something, so it just looked like he got really fat.
I saw that once happening and I laughed my ass off. It's so silly.
Oh my god.
The worst part about it was that happened while I was eating some McDonald's and I felt like the game was just fucking calling me fat. We're not fat shaming a sheep. Shame on both of you is crazy. I would never fat shame.
A sheep? I would.
That's crazy. What
They're
has a
just so
sheep ever
fluffy
done
and
to you?
round.
They are. They're so cute. Sheep don't get enough credit, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Listen, sometimes I'll call something a fat fuck because it's cute. Like my big teddy bear. His name is Fat Fun.
With love.
With love. And then I put more stuffing in them so he'd be even fatter.
I love it when they're a bit overstuffed.
Right?
They look so derpy. I can't believe I have not disconnected yet on VTube Studio.
Right? I keep looking over to see if I'm just gonna like see you stop moving all of a sudden, but she's holding on.
I'm holding on, guys. Why is my mind in the gutter right now talking about stuffing? Yumi, you of all people.
Yumi?
You of all people. I cannot believe.
That's it, I'm getting the hose.
A turkey? Crazy.
Surely that's what she meant, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course. I'm gonna get a sandwich in a few hours, and I'm excited about that because it's free. Honestly, free food is the best. I love free food. Oh, hello, Lucy. Oh, Lucy. Okay, you want to sit there? Alright. Hold on, I gotta readjust now.
Mm-hmm. Moon's picked up this habit lately where if she wants something, she just comes and sits in front of my screen. And then she gets all grumpy when I move her. Because I need to see.
Lucy is the same. See, she's such a brat. Lucy, I can't do... I can't move. Please. Okay, we'll work with this. If I get a cramp, it's whatever.
Worth it.
Worth. Hello. Oh, don't sit on my mouse. Come on.
My God. I think I just died.
Okay.
If that scared me, that definitely just made Yumi jump out of her fucking skin. I'm so sorry.
Oh God, what happened?
I teleported back home with a warp scroll and it made a loud ass noise.
Oh my goodness. Some sounds in Minecraft are so stupidly loud.
Yeah, especially with the texture pack that we use. I don't know why it's so loud sometimes.
It's cute here, actually. I like it here. Can we sleep? Or
Yeah.
are you...
I'm at home.
Good thing it's...
I think it's at least stream I have on the TV. Oh my goodness, because that would have
Man,
made you
what
hit the
is- no.
ceiling.
Go watch the V stream right now. She has better jump scares.
Alright, I'm gonna put the dark oak at your little work area. Hopefully I got enough. I kind of devastated that entire forest.
That's fine. It had it coming, honestly.
True. I get you some more spruce too.
Oh, my nose. My allergies are starting up.
Oh no.
It's okay though, we survive.
We persevere.
Yes. It's weird to play with a cat draped all over you.
Mm-hmm. But they're just little babies. We can't move them.
Very true. Very true. Let me just...
For a second, I thought Super was asking Yumi permission to be a necromancer in D&D, and my brain really autocorrected necro hamster.
Oh my god, I had someone ask me, like genuinely ask me the other day. what kind of animal Iron Mouse is. And they were like, is she a hamster or something? And I'm like,
it's in her name.
Say her name like really slowly. Please, just say it like super slowly. You'll get there. I promise.
Oh my god.
It was so
Jesus.
funny.
Like, I get being confused about like, what some people are, but like, it's in her name, man.
It's in her name. You know how some people always say like, make sure your name is like something where people like immediately know what you're about. I guess it doesn't actually work. I don't think it works like that anymore, Chief.
Okay, I'm pretty sure somebody was convinced that I was a penguin for a while.
Well, I can see it.
Like, despite having the big ass cat ears on top of it.
Yeah, no, but listen, it makes sense. It's your colors and the way that you are nibbling fish. You know, it could be a penguin. I can see it.
I suppose.
I can understand that confusion. But I'm still very confused about Iron Mouse. That one is a mystery to me.
Just right. All right. What's the first part of her name? Iron. What's the second part?
Iron Mouse.
Iron Mouse.
Check your Discord real quick if you can. Okay, hold on. Oh my god, Super.
Oh.
That is so cute.
Oh my god.
Necro hamster. Oh my god. Wait, I love that.
So cute, dude.
Oh, Jesus. Why
I
do
never
have so
thought
many?
about what type of animal you were. When I think of you, I think cool lesbian. Hell yeah, I'm cool.
Hey, lesbian VTuber. That's the brand.
I'm not a tuxedo cat anymore. I'm just a lesbian.
You gotta type it like this though. You gotta spell it like this.
Oh my god.
Lesbian. That's funny though. I don't see cat girl, I just see a lesbian.
Alright.
I'll take it.
Alright, I'll take that. I feel like when I do like the full version of what she's gonna look like at the end of the story, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot more confusion.
Shit.
Here, I'll send you what she's gonna be. There's a team that uses that. I have to specify that I want the animal, not the fucking sport ball team.
Wait, Gracie, let me check. Oh, I see Gracie. Okay. I see. Yeah, I see it.
God, my Discord's fighting me. Stop fighting me, you fucking bitch.
Discord things, honestly.
Yeah, I got it. We're good.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's gonna be a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be ready for that.
Yeah. Right.
Somehow it makes sense though. I don't know why.
I don't want to just like make her a crow. That fell a little too on the nose.
Hell yeah. A little bit, but I like this idea actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will send you something real quick that Greasy just sent me.
God, what am I about to open Discord to?
Man, you just want to cuddle with your ocean in a minute you get this shit.
Damn. Dude.
I don't know why, but I
Oh.
still have the primal fear of when I drop something, I have to pick it up in fear it will despawn even though the timer got extended. How long was the timer?
Is it not 5 minutes anymore, or was that the extended time? I don't remember what it used to be. It's been so long.
What did it used to be and how long is it now? I never actually asked.
I think it's a 5-minute timer.
Used to be 5 minutes, and what is it now?
Wait, they extended it? I've been over here sweating, shitting, and throwing up every time I die, and they extended it?
How long?
Am I going crazy? Maybe. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Perfectly normal.
Yeah, it's perfectly normal. Can you tilt your head up just a little bit for me?
No way, bro. Can we sleep?
Mm-hmm. Got my sleeping bag. Am I? How'd I get here?
Crazy.
Drunk, I will.
I should drink something too.
Why did Seek Flute into? Never mind, it did. It just played really late. Never mind. You're gonna be so giggly till the end of stream. Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. Mr. Enderman.
My arm is falling asleep.
Is it because of Lucy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like finally at a normal weight. Because she was so underweight for the longest time. And I forgot I forgot how heavy cats actually are after a while.
How heavy is she?
Wait, what was the normal weight for her? I always mix them up. Hold on. Can I say it in kilos or do you need lbs?
No, I can convert it.
It's like 4.7 kilos. I gotta weigh Einstein as well. At some point, but he hates it. But I think he's okay too now.
I think, God, how much? Let me convert. Yeah, Moon is like 2.2 kilos.
She's so small.
And that's the size she's supposed to be.
That's so cute.
She's so baby.
So tiny.
Did my avatar look up when did you see smoke coming out of my head too? Chicken egg. Oh my god, you went so far out.
I'm on an adventure. Oh, I forgot to disable the cat redeem. I'm sorry. That one doesn't do anything right now. I can't have cat ears on this one. You're robbed.
A weird fucking stray cat outside.
I just wanted to hear the wee wee wee. Okay, okay. In that case, you're not getting your points back.
Consider yourself robbed. Oh, I will drink. Thank you. I get the bottle open with one fucking hand. Turtle. God, you really are on an adventure right now.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm trying to like catch up with you, and your dot is not getting any fucking bigger.
I am very far away.
Nautilus over here. I wish we lived closer to an ocean. We can have Nautilus. Oh, you came over here for... Really, I got you almost like a double chest.
Hmm? No, I just like it here.
And if you crouch, you cut the whole tree down in one go.
Oh, really? Cool. I'm currently just vibing, you know how it is.
Yeah, you ready? Are you ready to see some magic?
Yeah. Wait, I can't see. I'm blind.
Watch this magic.
That is magical. Holy shit, bitch.
And it plants the tree back.
Wait, it does? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's cool.
Wait, I got you almost a double chest of dark oak, and I got you also almost a double chest of spruce.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, thank you.
You.
Oh, come on. Oh, God, Lucy, I can't. Hold on. I'm gonna need to adjust Lucy. She's like halfway on my keyboard. I keep pressing the wrong stuff.
Moon's favorite fucking thing to do is use my arm as a pillow, but the problem is that arm is what I use for my mouse. So she doesn't have to get like jostled around.
But man, I do not know how to do anything right now. Oh god, I can't. Okay, hold on. She's like a ragdoll right now, my god. She's knocked out. Are you alive? Yeah, you are. Okay.
Oh my god, have they ever done that shit to you where they sleep so deeply that they won't fucking wake up?
I get a fucking heart attack every time. Like, why would you do this to me? That's not cool at all.
And then they're all cranky when you shake them.
Yeah, for real, like, why would they do that? Like, don't play that. That's crazy. Okay, I'm almost full. I'll go back home. Wait, is this mine? Or is this yours? Okay. Are you on? Okay.
I'm ready. With our piss jars.
Yeah. Oh. God damn it, I can't do anything. Okay, there we go. This is where I come to think, by the way. It's very sacred.
This little island.
Yeah.
Oh. It's cute. I want pizza.
Me too.
Pizza's so good. Oh my god, fucking speaking of. Made my pizza last night, right?
Yeah. I
had to wait until Jasper got home from her work event because I decided to get high before I made my pizza. and apparently the last time we made pizza, because we just put it on the shelf, we don't put it like on a pan. Apparently some cheese had dropped and I didn't realize when I turned the oven on, so it just starts like pouring fucking smoke out.
No.
And I panicked. And so I shut it all off and I was like trying to fan the fire detector that's like right above it.
Oh my god.
Like, please don't go up, please don't go up.
Yeah, no, that has happened to me before as well. It's not fun.
God. Oh,
come on. Okay, we're too fat for this. No.
We were too thick.
Yeah, but that has happened to me before as well. That's so unpleasant.
Yeah, and we wake up this morning and the house still smells like smoke. See you looking at the oil rig? I'll make that my base one day.
You should. Honestly, it's so perfect.
So much work on it. I gotta do so much work on it though, because I scoped it out a little bit and like I went into some of the modules and oh my god.
Go away.
Oh my god. I want to hit it, but it's like right on top of you. Yeah, you a shit.
Bitch ass.
Yee.
Some of this stuff. Oh, Jesus.
It's fine. No, just keep going. It's fine.
I thought
It's
you were
fine.
just running as well. I didn't know you were fighting. Oh my god.
Minecraft scooters are the worst. Also, the cave spiders specifically are just fucking awful.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Genuinely worst nightmare. Also, I picked up your wooden shovel. I don't know if you wanted it back.
Oh, thank you. I don't need it though, but thank you.
Chicken.
Simkin.
Make an egg. Right now. Make an egg.
Maybe that's not how it works.
Make an egg.
I can't believe you just bullied a chicken into making an egg.
You know what? I'm bringing this one home. I want an armadillo.
Fucking dying, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I've seen all the
Just the
clips.
clips. I'm crying. I can't see anymore.
It was so stupid.
Just the sound of the egg popping out as well.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Shit. You peer pressured. This one. No. I won't bully that one. Chicken.
Oh man. Make an egg, tiny pop sound. Oh.
God, what have I become?
Oh, ew, a witch. Oh god, no,
Oh,
no,
God.
don't kill me, please. Ah, fuck, I'm gonna die. Bitch ass. Oh yeah, I'm here again. Fuck.
Are you all
I forgot.
okay? I'm picking your stuff up. Oh, fuck, dude. You had so much. this in your backpack? Oh god.
I'm fucking crying, bro.
My god, you scattered everywhere too.
I know. Wait, why am I back? Oh my god, I'm back there. Okay.
Okay, I think I got all the important stuff.
Every single thing is important, maybe.
Okay, I'll try to get all of it. You know what? You're so right. I'll try to get all of it.
Oh god, that's a huge hole. Oh man.
How important is dirt to you?
Very. It's my emotional support dart.
Shit. Alright, yes, I can make that work. Alright, I got all of it. Wait, I forgot my armadillo! Where the fuck is my armadillo? That little shit ran away.
Thank you, Zarybot. Oh man. That
Why
wasn't a
did
good way to go.
Nightbot delete a message from... I think my Nightbot just sniped Jade.
Wait, what? Oh.
It sniped. It's just a link. Okay, we have an armadillo.
Fuck off.
That's not very nice.
Well, they shouldn't shoot at me, you know what I mean? I don't think that's very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, my cheeks hurt, by the way. I can't do this anymore.
Did you have a weapon with you? Did you have a sword?
Nah. I usually use my whatever the fuck it's called. My axe.
Okay.
I don't know
think I
why,
have
but
it.
it feels like that one does more damage for some reason. But maybe I'm just delusional.
Well, it does.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Wait, so why do swords exist even?
For the sweeping edge.
Crazy.
Which ones is a crazy question, by the way.
Wait, did you pick up all of my stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sweeping edge and looting, I guess. How much more damage does the axe do, though? Because it
It
feels like
does.
a lot.
Well, a diamond sword does 7. The diamond axes do 9.
See, yeah, that makes sense.
But
I thought it
usually
was
once you
just
get
going crazy.
max sharpness on a sword, it's better to use that. And so yeah, and swords recover a little faster, but
Oh, okay.
if speed isn't an issue, the axe early game is really good.
I had to get... Jesus, 2 hours already.
Been 2 hours?
Yeah, what the hell?
Shit.
I did not realize. I think I need to ban Throne emails. I'm gonna share something with you. I don't know if... Okay. Yeah, share something. I want to see. Honestly, Throne emails are the most sus shit I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, why do they suggest sex stuff the entire time?
You know, it's a good fucking question, actually. Because, like, why would I want that sent?
Exactly. Oh. Maybe your gas is gonna get...
Is that fucker flying away? I swear to God, if that fucker's flying away again.
Yes.
Get back here! Where did his lead go? Dude. This little shithead, I swear to God.
Not even community? No. Like Yumi. Like sometimes Throne just sends out like automated emails that are like you should put this on your throne, blah blah blah, and it's usually just like sus shit. You know what I mean? It makes zero sense.
Here. God. I'm so sick of this little shit.
What the actual fuck? Yeah, like what Alpha said. Like creators keep adding this to their wish list, and it's like, you know, all kinds of weird sex toys and stuff. And then Throne just sends you automated mails recommending you to do the same. And I'm like,
so weird.
That it's insane to me. Thank you.
You. Honestly, I feel like Throne isn't even worthwhile using because of the crazy fees that they put on everything anyway.
All my pants went missing, but that's okay. I don't need pants.
There were pants over there?
They should really have a filter system for that. No, honestly, they should, because it's honestly kind of uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it feels like there's zero moderation for that sort of stuff. Also, let me see what... Yeah, Alpha, exactly. I keep getting shit like that as well. It's very uncomfortable. Can you not even turn on those, like, suggestion emails, but still get the rest? I mean, I guess you could, but, like, that shouldn't really be an issue in the first place, you know what I mean? Like, I know, like, it's very obvious that a lot of not safe for work creators obviously use Throne for that sort of stuff. And it seems to be the majority too. But I would like to, like, you know, not get that sort of suggestion.
Right?
It's a... Oh, thank you for the pen. It's not cool. You can unsubscribe, which is what I just did, but it does suck. I have no control over what gets suggested. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a fan. Yeah, Alpha, I'm right there with you. It sucks. Thank you for your help, Nibby.
You. What other materials do you need?
Let me see. God, I wish I had the full list. Don't tell me I deleted like half of it off. Let me see. Let me see if I can find this instead.
My gamer nerd. I like games, anime, and motorcycles. Not. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
What kind of shit did I even have on my throne before I stopped using it? Oh god.
What? Let me see.
You hear me?
Hmm? Oh, did you crash?
Everything, like, I opened a new tab on Chrome, and my everything, like my monitor's turned off, and everything is crashing.
Oh, wait, you have the same issues I have.
Yeah, it's gotta be a Windows 11 thing.
It has
oh
to
my
be.
God.
Oh my god, no.
Like, everything is locked up right now. I can't get OBS to respond. I can't even see
Yeah.
YouTube Studio. It won't open.
You gotta reboot your computer. That's the only way to fix it.
Alright,
I've been
I'm gonna
having this
reboot
issue
real
too.
quick.
Yeah. Man. I can't believe she's having the same issues I used to have. Yeah, honestly, the last update just fucked everything. Man. Oh, I'm alone. That sucks, man. Oh, let me stop the collab thing so it doesn't spam me. Okay. Yeah, it really broke so much and it sucks, man. I need people to stop writing code with AI, I swear to. Honestly, yeah. That would honestly fix so many issues, but you know, people are fucking lazy. Man. Maybe I'm sorry. I'm gonna eat Windows 11. Yeah, honestly, same. Did Ellie eat? No, I didn't. I wouldn't eat our penguin Oshi. Use it to troubleshoot code? Sure. Write it from the bottom, please. Yeah, honestly, that's just a recipe for disaster. Ah, yeah. Did I at least disconnect from the server? I think so. Yeah, you did. Wait, let me... AI coding can do some cool stuff. I think someone just launched one that reads code for security risk. Yeah. I saw that. Which is honestly a good thing, but like the problem is using it for coding like shit, like, you know, a Windows 11 update. Like checking code, absolutely fine. Let AI do that. That's something that AI can do pretty well. But don't let it write the code that you then make millions of people use for an update. And then shit just breaks. And at some point also just breaks your computer entirely for some very unfortunate people. Writing an OS is not, and I hate them. Exactly. Like AI has its time and place for coding stuff. I absolutely agree with that. Just not in this case at all. I had the AI write the UI completely for UI, so I don't have to learn front end and works pretty good. But you have operation systems, it seems insane to... It is insane. It's the worst thing you can do. It's bad. Yeah. Like at this point, is Microsoft... if Microsoft is going to risk bricking my PC, they should pay me. Exactly. Like especially now, where computer parts are just, absolutely unaffordable. If my PC gets bricked, I am fucked. GG for me. I could not afford new stuff. Probably won't be long until a class action lawsuit comes from EU against Microsoft for this reason. I hope so. It can't come soon enough. Okay, I found the list again, but I'm gonna have to do more maths. Because this is not the quantities I need. Streaking for Ellie, let's go. Thank you for the streak. Okay, but at least I know the materials that I need. I just need to fix the quantities. You know what? Let me put that in a Discord. Oh. Discord disconnected me because I was in the call for too long. Insane. Okay, hold on. Let me put this in my server here. Okay. Let me end this as well. I miss my Oshi, me too. Man, that sucks. I know how frustrating it is too, because it's the exact same issue I have to deal with almost every other day. Like, nothing specific triggers it. It's literally just you're doing something, minding your own business, and then suddenly everything freezes up. It's stupid. Hallo.
Hello.
Hello. Oh my god, I just saw your message.
I didn't think the prophecy would be true today.
Guys, the thing that I showed you guys yesterday. Wait, do I still have it? I still have it in my OBS. This right here, guys. The prophecy became true.
The prophecy is true.
Man.
Windows 11 is a fucking prison.
It really is. Can Linux like stuff please hurry up?
Right.
I want to do the full switch. Nippy has risen like Easter.
It is I. Jesus. Okay, let me get... Oh god, let me get everything open again.
Jeez. Are you gonna go back live?
Yeah,
Okay.
why not? Dude, it makes me think too the flickering on my other monitor has gotta be Windows 11 related.
Probably.
If you was Jesus, that would restore my faith.
I
Make an
would
egg.
believe again. Maybe that's not how it works.
Make an egg.
I can't believe you just bullied.
Discord over there. Dude. I'm so mad. I'm so fucking mad about it.
Yeah, I understand. I completely understand the frustration. Amon, what the hell? What are these comments?
I can't open VChat like that. I gotta open it through Steam.
Ellie watching the clips? Yeah, I am. It was very funny. I'm gonna watch it again. Maybe that's not how it works.
Make an egg. Alright, I got them all open.
That's my new favorite clip. I'm not gonna lie.
Which one?
The one make an egg.
Make an egg. Scared it right out of them, and I feel a little bad about it.
You should. That poor chicken. Get the clip animated, that would be so funny. And very scary, actually.
Scary. I look perfectly normal in my Minecraft skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Surely.
Totally.
BS did not shut down correctly. Yeah, no shit.
No shit, you don't say.
No fucking shit.
Whatever could have happened. I fucking hate Windows, guys.
Yeah. Do we want to try doing the stream together, the multiplayer thing again?
Yeah, if you want. I'll leave it up to you.
Okay. I have to connect to the internet again. Oh, good. And you're already in the lobby. Perfect. I don't have to set it up again. I can just reopen the server.
It usually saves the last thing you did. Let me know when it's open. It saves the password too, which is really nice.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
He's open. He's ready.
I'm coming in.
Thank you for announcing that. I get a little nervous, you know?
It's okay. I'll walk you through it.
Oh, there I am, right in the smack dab middle of your screen.
You know what? I believe you right there in the middle. Let me... There you go. This is the gameplay now.
Oh, God.
Yumi, I think you have time to animate. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you mean. I'm sorry.
No, you have time. You don't hate us, right?
That's wild.
If you don't do it, you hate us. I really don't. I know, don't do it. Don't do it. You're already so busy. I don't hate you. Well, you know. I'm leaving. Where are you going?
Where do you think you're going?
Like, you think you have a choice? That's funny.
Oh god, they're gonna have to watch ads again.
Yeah.
I hate it here.
This place is a prison.
This place is a prison! Alright, there we go. We're back.
We're back, guys.
Back in business, baby! Man.
Oh, except... Oh, hello? The fuck? Hold on, I gotta do something.
Fucking screen flickered again. I'm gonna shit bricks every time my screen flickers.
Oh my god.
What?
Why does... My screen just flickered as well.
Oh my god!
Why?
Who got first, Retron? I hate it here. I hate it here. This is the bad place today.
It is. It's a bad place. We don't like
Sulk
it.
in the corner of the basement. Hey! Keep her away from my cheese! Eating my cheese.
Okay.
Think I don't got Ellie's stream up?
I don't think you want to steal Nibby's cheese. I think that might be a death sentence. What is this? Oh. Are we getting Minecraft rewards? I didn't even know.
Yeah. It's only for Bedrock though.
Aw, man.
Yeah. Java never gets anything cool.
I'm sad.
Okay. Alright, I got that working.
Hello,
again.
Snapchat.
Did you say Snapchat?
Yeah. I feel like that's the right terminology.
Yeah. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
I'm alive! Holy shit, I'm alive! Oh, yep, and there goes the 3 minutes.
Man. No drinking water. Why not? Drink your water.
Drink.
How are you supposed to make piss if you don't drink water?
Cool.
Oh god, ads first. Oh Jesus. Okay. My ads manager is broken. Yay.
But everything's breaking.
Why?
Dude.
I'm gonna scream.
Oh my God. You drink Monster, you can piss rainbows. Promise?
Yeah, that's healthy. I think.
Fantastic. Now I'm getting all the emails. It's like, your stream summary's ready.
I hate
Leave me
that.
alone.
Drink water, become moist.
Is that how they make Skittles with piss? Yeah. Something like that. Specifically, gay people's piss.
My favorite.
If you say because it's fruity, I'm gonna knock you out.
How did you know? Well, there goes that joke. I think I'll just shut up. I think I'll just, you know.
This is what happens when we stream together without Foxy monitoring our behavior.
We need Foxy here. But she's busy playing Arknights like a nerd.
What a fucking nerd. It's almost like what? I didn't have my fucking hands on the keyboard because I was barking.
What the dog doing?
Oh, jeez. Okay, well.
Oh, I found iron.
Wow!
I guess I'm still in the fix.
Ultras logo, thank you for the follow.
Right.
What a way
Welcome
to.
in.
Welcome in.
What a time to come in. Oh god.
Oh my god. I forgot what I was doing.
We hit like what? Like 2.5, 3 hours and everything went to shit.
Oh,
Fuck. Do you need stone for this build, by the way?
I do, yeah, but we have enough. We have plenty of stone.
We have so
I think.
much stone.
Yeah,
dude.
we have plenty. Oh, you got your
I got the
monitor,
monitor.
Ace? Let's go.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. Okay, get some of this.
How do you get a glow ink set?
Oh my god.
Huh?
When I was putting everything in the chest for you, I forgot to take your shit out of my backpack.
Oh.
That's where your pants are.
Oh, I thought those were my pants. Wait.
Man, I have so much of your shit in my backpack.
I knew I wasn't crazy. I had pants.
Dude.
What a day. Wait.
Look at all this shit I had.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna look at the sky for a bit. I just need to look at the sky.
Today is a day, guys. Today is a day.
Can I tell you about something funny that I saw this morning?
Yeah, what's up?
I saw a video. I gotta send it to you so you can see like the full thing. I saw a fucking video of somebody doing a Donald Trump impression talking about Resident Evil. And he went,
No.
Leon Kennedy, I hate the Kennedys.
No, he did not. Oh my god. I return any more out of pocket things. Fuzzy, so much has happened in these past 20 minutes. Where does one even begin?
What happened?
So much, I don't even know what to tell you.
Fuck.
I am in tears.
Oh my god.
Okay. I can't even breathe anymore.
I'm reflecting. I just need to reflect for a bit.
You do that. I'm gonna do math. I found my list, but the number. The moment I tap out, are you serious?
I can't do it anymore.
You got a raid.
Fuck.
Hello, raiders. You can't. Welcome, raiders.
Excuse me, can you do the shout out? I don't trust myself to judge anything right now. Welcome, Nothing Squidger. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for sharing your community. I'm in crash out territory, guys.
We are having one hell of a day today, guys. We had stream crashes, we had computer crashes.
Today's cursed.
We had way too many creeper incidents for my taste. I can't do this anymore.
Thank you, Quitcher, for the follow. Thank you for sharing your community. Welcome in. How was your stream? Thank you, Yubi, for doing the shout out. Oh my god.
I'll just put everything in here.
If one more creeper even thinks about touching me, I'm gonna... Thank you for the posture check and the hydrate. Fuck.
What is diseased craft? I'm curious.
Oh, it's a zombie mod pack. We should try it sometime.
Oh, that sounds fun. Okay. I don't even want to tap out anymore to do math.
I don't want to touch anything. I just want to stand here.
Hello, Patrick. Hello.
Oh my god.
Baby. My headset is low on batteries. Why is it low on batteries? I had it charging all night. Please
don't tell me the fucking batteries.
Please don't tell me.
Dying now. Don't tell me that.
You and Nibbler having fun? Yeah, I guess you could call it fun. We're currently crashing out bad. Everything is going wrong.
It's one thing after another at this point.
Everything is just going wrong.
Oh my god, dude.
Fuzzy, if I don't laugh right now, I would be crying.
If I don't laugh, I'm gonna crash out. If I crash out, it's not gonna be pretty.
Well.
Oh, fuck.
My face.
I wish
hurts.
2v8 was still a thing in Dead by Daylight. I want to go stab somebody too. I gotta let my frustrations out of those poor survivors.
Oh man.
Oh, it's nearly 3 a.m. for
oh
me.
my God,
Oh, thank you for sharing your community. Please go rest, go do some after stream care.
Have a good rest.
God.
Oh man. Okay,
It's a day,
math. It's a day, bro. Okay.
Alright, what
Okay,
else?
alright.
Do you need sand? Do you need sand?
I need-
for glass?
I need glass. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go get you some sand.
Wait, I give you this list. Just ignore the numbers because they are not correct at all.
Okay.
I'm gonna fix those in a bit.
Okay.
Oh, I'm crying, man. You have to laugh. Yeah. Yeah, Fuzzy. That's gotta be me after stream. I'm gonna need to
Pieter
cry to
Pascal
decompress. Drink some water, you're right. You know what? I'll drink some tea. I deserve it.
You know what? I think I deserve Dr. Pepper, actually.
You know what? You do.
I heard, oh my god, the ambient sand sounds. Like, it sounds like the sand is shifting, and I genuinely thought a creeper was walking up behind me again, and that was gonna be it. I was gonna shut my fucking PC down for the day.
Oh my god. What a day it has been.
What an eventful, exciting day.
Remember how, like, 2 hours ago we said this is gonna be a cozy stream?
It's gonna be so cozy and comfy.
It's gonna be so cozy, comfy, we're just gonna chill and vibe, and now we're crashing out.
Oh.
I'm scared. Now I'm just looking around for creepers. Okay.
Let's see how much glass does it think you need?
Maybe
Not
4
that
times
much.
that amount that says it here.
Yeah, okay. Grab a little extra too.
Very cozy stream, totally not pissing myself laughing. Well,
At least they're entertained.
oh man.
I'll accept that.
Yeah. Oh, oops. Not what I wanted to do, my bad.
Doctor mentioned the Mew drink. It's so tasty. It's like the barbecue sauce of sodas. I don't know how else to describe it.
Wait, Bastion is restricted. For some reason he's a restricted user. I'm gonna have to fix that. But at least I know how
Why?
to fix it now.
Why? He's in the dungeon.
Wait, what? Yeah, I don't know, Bastion. Apparently
Why
you're
have
a
so many
suspicious
people
user.
then? Like,
been-
why have so many people that I don't get it?
I don't know. It's been
there's-
happening to a lot of people. I'm not sure.
Right.
I don't think you're doing anything wrong. It's just Twitch is, for some reason, flagging your account.
Place is a
It put
prison.
many people in the Shadow Realm. It really did. I'm not sure why.
It
How did I go from VIP to restricted? I don't know. So hold on. I accidentally took your VIP away. There we go. But yeah, at least you're not restricted in this chat anymore now. But that's all I can do.
So confused by it too.
I'm gonna lay down.
I was like, they're VIP, like labeled VIP. Why are we Twitch? Why are we restricting people?
Right?
That they're VIP in that
I
chat.
don't understand. I absolutely don't get it.
Sugar, eggs, pumpkin pie.
Math. You can ignore the pie.
Oh, you need some bricks. Good news, we have bricks.
Okay.
Go get some more clay, I think, so you can have even more bricks.
Thank you.
And I'm telling you, if a creeper even thinks about it.
I'm hiding in the house. I'm not risking it. I'm not tapping out anymore when I'm outside. I gotta go for now. Thank you for being here, Yumi.
Yumi, I miss you already.
We miss you.
We miss you already.
Go live right now, actually. Don't leave. Go live.
Yeah. Ignore your responsibilities. Just stream.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I see a fucking creeper. Get away from me! Get away!
My brain is not very well. I know, Yumi. I hope those rats go away very soon. I'm sorry.
I'll eat the rats, don't worry. I'll eat them.
Retro, have a good nap. Maybe suplex the creeper. Crazy.
You deserve it.
Okay. Sorry guys, no gameplay right now. I'm doing math. I'm being big brain.
Big brain.
I see steam coming out of your ears. You sure do. I hate math.
He wants you to have sea pickles?
That's just a personal choice. Don't worry about it.
Like candles would work better. It's for lighting. Crooked, what the fuck are you looking at? Sorry. Sorry, I'm feeling a little hostile. Sorry.
Poor Crooked. Oh my god.
Poor little dude just walking around doing his job.
He's just doing his job. sorry, Crookie. You're doing well. So hostile to she deserves it. Like she deserves to crash out.
Taking him.
Fuzzy, don't even start doing the same thing you do with the pipes and Yumi. I swear to God. You will be banned.
The dungeon. 400 years, the dungeon.
Literally. Oh. My God. Okay.
What fucking song is playing? I don't want to listen to the saxophones right now. You know what?
They're getting louder.
They're getting louder. Putting the 80s. I'm putting the 80s on. I can't.
Thank you, I'll drink.
Drink. You know what? I think I will. Thank you for the hydrate.
The love redeem is. Oh no! Don't tell me.
Oh God!
Don't tell me that is broken too.
You know what? Crash out. You deserve it too.
I can't do this right now. Hold on. This fucking throwing system. It's broken.
It's all broken. It's all gone.
Why is it
They took it all. It's all gone.
And before creeper, I will not accept a creeper in here. You know what? I need to meditate in front of my dark penis. Okay. All right.
What's the yummy hiker redeem?
You should try
Redeem
it.
God, I hope it works. I hope Mix It Up didn't break.
I'm restarting my Mix It Up right. I feel like it's a Mix It Up issue.
Oh, thank God it works. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Yummy hiker.
Hello? Why are you not connecting to Twitch? I'm about to crash out.
What do you mean it's not? Wait, Mix It Up isn't connecting?
No, the throwing system.
Oh my God. Don't tell me they're fucking with the API shit again. I can't handle that right now.
I can't handle anything right now.
You know what? Yeah.
I think we've been through enough today.
Watch, I'm gonna load up Dead by Daylight after this, and I'm gonna get a bully squad like immediately, and I'm just gonna get shit on. I can feel it. I can feel the universe cooking that one up.
I'm about to crash out. I missed it. Is that a fucking cat redeem? I can turn it on for you. Let's see if that one still works. Let's see if that one is broken. Probably is. Where is the cat redeem?
Weird fucking stray cat outside.
Never mind, my cat redeem is gone.
Oh! Oh, fantastic!
Wait, where did it go?
Dude.
I only turned it. Did I delete that at some point? Oh my god. I did. That's crazy. Never mind. I'm sorry, Fuzzy.
It's all gone. They
It's
took it
all
all.
gone.
It's all gone.
Okay, this one works. Are you about to have a crash out of the century? Yes, I will. Also, why is a ban invader in here? Go away. Fucking hell.
Ban invader in here?
I had a ban invader in my chat, but sorry, bot got rid of it real quick. Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me see. Let me test this.
Stimky indeed.
I fixed it. What should
Let's go.
be broken again in 5 minutes? But we fixed it.
All that matters is that it works right now.
Right now. Alright. I will test in 5 minutes. Please do. Actually, don't. Just don't touch it.
Don't look at it. Don't think about it.
Wait, oh my god. Hello. What's this?
I thought we deserved a little bit of enrichment. Get in the get in the minecart.
Yay! It's so down, bro.
It's, yeah. We deserve a little enrichment as a treat. Whee.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Why did it stop? Okay, we're good.
Oh my god, bro. I need a snack. There we go.
God.
Best thing ever. Thank you for this. Why did I come here? Like, hold on.
Enrichment.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Fucking hell, bro.
I hate that it's raining. You know what? I hate this game right now.
I'm gonna wrap it up really soon. All this crashing off made me so hungry. I need
Gotta
food.
refuel.
Yeah. No, seriously, why did I got... Okay, yeah, I remember.
Okay, I brought a bunch of the smooth stone over.
Oh,
I
thank you.
got 3 stacks of glass. I got you some bricks. And you have all this.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let me put these with these.
Thank you, I appreciate you.
You know, at least we somewhat accomplished the goal today.
Yeah.
Between the crash out.
Somehow.
Somehow, we got some shit done today.
I don't know how we did it, but we did it. Oh, man.
Oh my god, dude.
Are you gonna keep streaming?
Fuck no.
Okay, I figured.
Hell fucking no, not after that.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling.
Originally, I was gonna do like Minecraft with you, and then I was gonna stream Dead by Daylight, but fuck no, I don't even want to look at OBS right now.
I get it. I totally get it. Oh, man.
It's not even OBS's fault. I just can't stand to look at her.
No, I know. I know how it is. I know how it feels. It's not her fault. She's trying her best.
I know. God, I'm so mad. Oh, shit. Okay.
Why did I get an email from Stream Elements? Oh, I forgot Wow, okay. They had like a huge issue where it showed that the bot was banned in my chat, but it wasn't. Like, the whole time, but the Stream Elements thing showed me that the damn bot was banned, but it was right there, like spamming its things. And it was getting really annoying to me, so I had to reach out to support like a week ago, and now they finally fixed it.
Good. Good.
At least something is going right today. Graveyard Keeper is free on Steam. What is Graveyard?
Oh my god.
Keeper? Wait, I know
I
that
love
name.
that game. I gotta get it. I gotta get it.
Why does it sound so familiar?
Oh,
that's why. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm grabbing
it's like
this.
that Stardew game with, with corpses.
I grabbed it. Thank you, Zarg.
Love that game. I should play more of that game. It's fun.
Yeah.
Why do I hear feet? Why do I hear? Oh my god, I'm hearing shit. I gotta go. I'm hearing shit.
Okay, you know what? I'm logging off.
God, I thought I heard little steps.
I'm logging off.
We gotta get out of here.
Alright, I'm a log off.
Yeah, same. Get me out of this game, dude.
We're hearing shit now. We can't have that.
Honestly, it was probably just the rain, too.
It was, probably. Next time, get a soundboard with the creeper sound. I will, Zarg. You are a genius, and I love you. You're brilliant.
I think I have a creeper hiss on my soundboard. Wait a minute.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah. I don't even know how loud it's gonna be, though.
Do it. I'm not sure I can even hear it. Oh. Oh, that triggered something in me. Don't do that again. Oh, man.
Watch creepers invade her. I'm sitting on the fucking main menu of the game, and I'm expecting a creeper to walk up behind me.
I closed it just because of that. I can't look at it right now.
Just looking at the blocks. It's doing something.
Do you want to invade Foxy?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and watching us crash out.
Oh god, dude.
Insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my fucking
insane.
god, everything froze up again. Stop!
No, 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 no.
Everything just fucking froze. I can't do this shit. I can't do this shit right now.
No.
Please tell me it's just Chrome. Please tell me I could just close Chrome and we'll be fine.
I mean, you're still here
my
at
God.
least. That's something.
It was Chrome.
Okay,
It's
okay,
just Chrome.
okay. You know what? Let's get out of here.
You take them. I think everybody in my chat right now is just in both of our streams. You take them.
All right.
Honestly, I'm not touching Chrome again.
Yeah. Can I start a raid in your channel?
Oh, can you?
Is
I mean,
that
maybe.
possible?
You are
Hold
head
on.
mod.
Hold on. I can.
Oh my god.
Okay. We're both raiding over to Foxy, guys.
You'll have to wait for, I think, the timer on my end, because I don't have the raid manager pinned OBS.
Yeah, I got it. I'll just send both of them at the same time.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, guys. We'll see you around very soon. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you, guys.
Wait, I have raid messages for you. I actually set them at this time.
Oh, let's go.
Look at that. I'm so prepared. Choose any one of those.
I'm risking opening it again.
Don't do it. I'm scared for you.
It's too late. It's open. God. Oh my god, I love the cow one. I'm doing the cow one.
Okay. I really like that one too. Okay, guys. We're gonna go. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.